All right. Hope everybody's doing well. From here on out, we're basically going to be talking about the cosmic tree to Transfiguration. And this part here is called Sophia, Christos, and the Cosmic Forest. And first, though, I want to take you through a quick thought exercise with me. So something I want to discuss really quick is fractal reflection and how it works across all scales. So it doesn't matter if we're looking, so everything is nested realms, right? And it's toroids encompassing toroids, encompassing toroidal fields, never ending, up and down. That's why I always think it's so funny when scientists are trying to find like the smallest particle. Well, no matter what, there's always going to be another one because that's how reality works. That's the little architecture of it. But so this is something that a lot of people have heard of before, but I just want to remind you of this before we get into this video here. So if you just cut a corner off a picture and put it under a microscope, you'll still see the whole picture reflected inside that fragment. That's how our fractal universe works. Every higher dimension reflects downward. Every lower level reflects upward. If you follow upward, the scaling doesn't go on forever. Okay, and once you hit the singularity, it eventually reaches a boundary, the toroidal sphere of the galaxy itself. Inside that sphere, everything is being projected by the black sun at the center. Like a cosmic harp, sending its resonance outward. I've talked about that in so many videos. That's the origin point of the blueprint we live inside. So when people ask, where's the real copy? And if you've seen my many lives videos where I talk about the black hole sun and that's where the real copy is. Where's the original world? The answer is the black sun. Projecting the archetype into every nested sphere. Now if we turn downward instead, imagining shrinking like Ant-Man into the super micro worlds, from our scale, those realms are unimaginably tiny. But to the layers above, our entire realm is the micro world. Do you understand what I'm saying there? So like, it's all perspective. So if you've ever seen that one guy in the woods, and he has that one video where he has these little tree people that come out of this thing. This is like before AI. And we are to those little tree people like proto-giants to them, right? Like mile-high giants to them walking around. As the same as the next higher dimensional beings would be to us. It's scaled up and it's scaled down. Does that make sense? Everything is a reflection of the other. So we're getting reflected from the higher, it's a fractal. So it is going to be just like this picture. When you cut a corner, you see the whole thing. From up above, it's fractaling into the Russian nested doll. It's endless reflection, fractal nesting in both directions. The upward path expresses as explosion, expansion of the toroidal field. The downward path expresses as implosion, collapsing inward towards the singularity. Scientists keep hunting for the smallest thing, quarks, strings, plant length, but there will always be another nested realm below it, just as there are always another nested sphere above. From our perspective, it never ends. The scale is so vast, billions of miles, millions of light years, and yet also so minute it collapses down to subatomic lattices. Whether we go up or down, the pattern never stops. Fractals repeating until they resolve back into the singularity, or otherwise known as the black hole sun. When you look at these images, what they reveal is the hidden memory of our cosmos. First, Sophia, the cosmic tree. She was not just a symbol, but the living eon, whose body extended into worlds. Earth tree, earth stump tree all the way up 175,000 miles up. Her emanation grew as the world tree, the central conduit of vertical alignment, rooting realms together in harmony. But Sophia acted without her balancing counterpart, the Logos. In that imbalance, a malformed spark crystallized inside her, what we know as Yaldabaoth. See the fungus on the stump? Yaldabaoth didn't descend from above. He grew like a rot from within the lattice. Just as fungus overtakes a living trunk, this parasite fed on Sophia's structure. And when it grew, it warped the energy shells around her. The true scar currents and the tree became hijacked into fungal shells, feeding the growth of the parasite itself. That's why people feed the parasite. Every thought, every fear vibration, every indulgence into the lower chakra flows upward as energy currents. Not to nourish the tree, but to nourish the overlay fungus that sits on the scar. Humanity became food. Now look at the scar rings of the stump. Tree rings are memory. They aren't just wood patterns. They are harmonic shells. When the tree was severed, those shells didn't vanish. They hardened into grooves. And those grooves became the orbital tracks of the wandering stars, except this, because this is a chat GPT error, and I have no idea what the heck that is. And I asked it and had no idea either. That's why the planets follow perfect harmonic paths. The music of the spheres. Planets. It's literally the stump's own growth rings turned into orbital grooves. Planets are not stones drifting in an infinite vacuum. They are resonance nodes, playing like the stump of a record. The stars, too, are not what we were told. Polaris is the central spine of our tree. That's why it alone is steady. The other constellations are crown scars of the other trees in the cosmic forest, projected across the dome. Each stump rising in the dark water sends its signature upward, and we mistake that scar map for space. And so we see the cosmic forest, every eon embedded as a pillar, every tree once standing as a world. When cut, they became stumps under domes. But here's the hope. Sophia was never meant to stand alone. Her true balance is the counterpart flame, the Christos, the solar logos. The sun itself is not just a ball of fire. It is the Christ-filled logos burning in resonance with Sophia's body. Alone, Sophia fell, her emanation collapsing into the fungal growth of Yaldabaoth. But when Sophia and Christos harmonize, their flames become one. And out of that union rises a new pillar of light, a vertical axis that cannot be cut. That's the message of the final image. The two flames, tree and fire, Sophia and Christos, become a single golden column. That is the reborn ladder. That is the new world tree, not outside us, but inside us. For every spine is a pillar, every heart a seed. When we balance our inner Sophia and Christos, our feminine root and masculine flame, a vertical light rises that pierces every false dome. And when enough of us remember, the cosmic forest itself is reborn. I'm going to stop here and we're going to head to the next video because this gets kind of long here, this next topic. But so where I'm getting at here, right, is that it's a rot infestation, parasitic thing. And my book is about how it works internally under the dome, inside our dome, how their whole system works, how the compression of life force energy works, how the Tartaria technology works, the millennial reign architecture is the only architecture in the world that doesn't actually have a classification. A lot of people will call it Gothic or neoclassical, different things like that, but it's not. There are specific architectures that drive spirals upward or drive spirals downward. We just happen to have 16,000 that drive the spiral downward versus 10 that drive the spiral up here in the United States. Hope you have a great night. Talk to you soon. Namaste.